When I was growing up, one of my best friends told me about a very creepy situation involving him and his younger brother. When my friend and his little brother were younger, they shared a bedroom. They're a few years apart, but his younger brother was born with a multitude of different health issues, including multiple sclerosis, and he's confined to a wheelchair and cannot care for himself. To keep an eye on him overnight when his parents couldn't, they shared a bedroom. One night, my friend randomly woke up for no in particular reason and happened to glance over at his younger brother. He noticed something very startling. A strange silhouette of a man wearing a top hat was in the yard looking into the window behind his younger brother's crib. The first thing my friend did was jump up and turn on the light. He ran into his parents' room and told him what he'd saw. His parents returned to the room, but no one was in the yard. His dad grabbed his shotgun and did a quick search of the property, but he couldn't find anyone. His parents felt just as terrified as he did, but chalked it up to childish paranoia. The next night, my friend decided to stake out, watching the window at around the same time as before, when he'd seen the strange silhouette. He looked over to check on his brother, and when he turned his head back, the strange man was there. The man was closer to the window this time, not just in the middle of the yard like before. They peered at one another, but it was still too dark for my friend to make out any facial features. All he saw was a darkened figure. He aggressively stood up and flicked the lights on, but just as before, the figure disappears. Frustrated, he runs to his parents' room and tells them about the man again. His dad arms himself and checks their property once more, but again, comes up empty-handed. His parents were quite angry at this point, tired of the reoccurring interruptions of their sleep. They decide it's best if they transfer him to another room, so the next day, they move his bed and the rest of his belongings upstairs. The day grew old. The sun began to set, but my friend was determined to catch the figure that night. He'd popped the windows open and sat out on the small roof that covered the top of his brother's room. Sometime in the night, he saw the figure slowly pacing into the yard. The figure looked up and noticed him sitting there, my friend shaking as he struggled to climb back into the window to get help. My friend said as soon as he got his head inside, he made eye contact with the dark figure, its face illuminated by the porch light at the perfect angle, and all he saw was a face of dust. The dark shadow continued to the window, all the while my friend awoke his parents once more to tell them about the invader. When his parents came back into his brother's room to investigate, his younger brother was having a seizure in his crib. My friend has told the story to countless family members who all think it was his younger brother's guardian angel. My friend looked me into my eyes and said that he knew for certain that it was no angel. The face he saw was death.